welcome family. I pray that everybody is doing well on this day. If you've had the opportunity to wake up, that is blessing numero uno. Get to counting them. Breath in your lungs, that's the first thing. Sight, number 2. Faculties about you, your mind working and operating. Number 3, we can go on. That said, I need some clarity on something, so I thought I would make this video in an appeal for help gaining clarity on something. Now, I don't want to belabor this whole goings on the demise of our brother, Minister Malcolm X. May Allah be pleased with him. But I need some questions answered for those Malcolmites, is that the word I'm going to use? Those of us who, and there's no problem defending Malcolm, we all will, but who choose to follow him and distance themselves from the very nation that built him. I want to understand something. So you have some of us who are out here saying things like, you know, who was to blame and who wasn't to blame, and bringing our receipts, if you will, or our 2 cents about it. And it's forever going to be a discussion. I get it. But for those of you who say this, I only deal with Malcolm. I don't want anything to do with the nation because the nation had a part to play in his demise. Let's consider a few things when you say that. Here's what it sounds like to me. You're blaming the nation for killing. 1, are you blaming everyone in the nation? Or are you blaming a few people in the nation? You can't be blaming Elijah Muhammad, because what you don't realize is Elijah Muhammad's assignment was to awaken the dead. That means us people who are being mistreated the most here in this wilderness of North America. And in order to be able to do that, he needed spokespeople to speak and deliver the message. The better that you are in delivering, the easier his assignment will be, which is to wake up the lost found here in the wilderness of North America. So since Malcolm X, apart from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, since Malcolm X was so good at delivery and delivering the message of his teacher, that was what allowed his teacher, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, to give Malcolm X the floor to continue and teach this word, this called supreme wisdom, to teach and uplift and awaken the dead. Why would he be mad that Brother Minister Malcolm was out there delivering the message? He would want the more public his students, the better for him and his assignment. That's his assignment. You understand? So that's the first part. So I get it. If you only want to follow Brother Minister Malcolm, he was here teaching the education, the lessons that are still here today. So even though Brother Minister Malcolm is no longer here, the lessons are still here. That's first. Secondly, come on, let's go. Secondly, if you do not want, let's say you're mad with Brother Minister Farrakhan. Say you're mad with him. So you would rather, this is what I'm hearing, and this is what doesn't make sense for me. You were saying to me, is what I'm hearing, you would rather stay away from the teachings, from a nation of people that are striving to come together and to do something against a system that is clearly out for our demise. And for those of you saying, you know, there's no such thing and we're over here making stuff up, I don't have time to go through it with you. This is not the post. It just sounds agent-like. Honestly, I really have to go through that with you on another post. Really, this isn't that. If you're following Brother Malcolm, you at least have some idea that there is a system out for our demise. So I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to those of us who are completely nebulous. There's a time for that. It's just not this post. But for those of you who follow Brother Malcolm. So you're saying you want to stand on your soapbox and on ceremony and on principle and out there in the world rather than to come and join with brothers and sisters who have the same desire as you, who have heard the same thing that Malcolm X heard, who are awakening from the dead, who really believe in the message and believe that it is good for our people. You want to distance yourself from those people because you are mad at one person who did a certain thing. So you want to stay in a nation, and there are rules and laws that you have to go by in this nation too. So you'd rather stay in this nation who strives very hard to keep us divided rather than to come into a place that seeks to unite us. As Brother Minister Wesley Muhammad would say, what type of math is that? I just need help clarifying what type of math that is. You're going to stay out of a nation that seeks to unify us, who gives us a good word given to us by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And his word has created leaders to stand on ceremony and say, I don't want to join because I want to follow Malcolm. He himself didn't create a single leader. He didn't. I mean, look, I'm not throwing any stones. I'm stating a fact. Brother Minister Malcolm, his word didn't create, it would have lifted and elevated some people from the dead. But that's because the word that he was giving came from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. See? And that word is still out here. Okay, you don't want to mess with Brother Minister Farrakhan, but there are people in here. I mean, it makes no sense to me. So you would rather continue to mess with people in the world and a system that is set up for our demise than to come in here and join with people who are like you, who believe like Brother Malcolm that the word that we need to unite. It is befuddling. I'm really not clear, and I want to hear from those of you and explain to me why it is better and safer to stay outside than to join with those like you who are going through things like you, and to try to get something for yourself and build. Just tell me, because to my recollection, and I'm looking at videos and things that have been written about him, books, things that Brother Minister Malcolm has written on his own, he never, until his dying day, he never said, join forces with white people and don't ever try to get something for yourself. He never, ever, ever, ever said that. Did he? Did he say that? Because I haven't found it. If you found it, let me know. I know that he said that he went over there to Mecca and he saw people of different races praying together. But I never to this day heard him say anything else. And that's what we have to be careful about. Once our leaders die at the hands of those that don't like them, their story and their message seems to change, as though they changed it from their grave. You don't find that suspicious? Because I do. Help me figure it out, guys. I'm not clear, and I just need some clarity. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.